Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And so we have an update on the Johnny Depp situation. Wondered whether or not Johnny Depp's career would take a hit from losing his libel suit against The Sun. We have our answer. The answer is yes. His career is absolutely going to take a hit. In fact, he's been asked by WarnerMedia to step down from Fantastic Beasts 3.
Right. They're going to replace him with another actor. They pushed it back to 2022 for release date now.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is coming from Deadline. Johnny Depp axed from Fantastic Beasts franchise by Warner Brothers after wife-beater verdict in UK.
But that wasn't what it was.
No, but they're just
Well, they figured that the Sun didn't get sued for didn't win against the Sun for libel, so they could just let it fly.
I don't know. Now look, we'll talk about this because I'm telling you, there is a wave of political correctness rolling over Warner Brothers right now. WarnerMedia. We're seeing it. We're seeing it at companies like Rooster Teeth. You know, they're going through and cleaning out their problematic content. We're seeing it as different divisions of Warner double down on inclusivity and diversity. You know, they're actually hiring people to be in charge of that.
Yes.
This is something in the last, I think, ever since Jason Kilar came in, that they've been doing. So for them to get rid of Johnny Depp and have an excuse to get rid of him, of course they are. Of course
Yeah,
they
but
are.
what's interesting to me is the double standard.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we'll talk about that too.
Okay, because to me that's what the problem is here. Amber Heard's still getting to play, Aquaman in Aquaman 2. Is it Mara in Aquaman 2? Because here's the thing: the suit wasn't about if you were actually guilty of abuse. It was about whether or not the article he had a libel case against the publication over what they posted and that they printed, which he didn't win. That is not the same what we saw with Vic Mignogna. That does not equal guilt. That just means they didn't think there was enough evidence for him to win the case. But at this point in time, there has been accusations leveled at him and at Amber Heard, which neither of which have been proved guilty or innocent according to that case. Okay. So that being said, the fact that he's automatically axed and she gets to keep going forward is a load of shit.
Yep.
I'm just I mean, if I would be okay with it if they were both canned. I mean, I wouldn't be so mad. Or if they both were allowed to keep their jobs, I wouldn't be mad. The fact that she has accusations too, and she gets to stay is what I have a problem with. And both are Warner.
Yeah, they're both Warner, and that's I gotta wonder how this is gonna play out, because there were rumors that she was gonna get gone from Aquaman because of controversy. There were rumors that they were gonna minimize her role. She was basically gonna have a cameo in the next movie, and they were going to replace her with another female lead. I don't know, because a lot of dirt came out, and again, it was a very messy thing. But you're right, that doesn't mean he's actually. Because he was the one suing them. And again, same with the Vic Mignogna case. He was suing for defamation. It wasn't other people suing him. But this is the out they needed because Johnny Depp is problematic. They probably have people at Warner Brothers. They've been complaining about Johnny Depp being cast as Grindelwald since the very beginning. There was all kinds of outrage because, when the first movie came out, even that was kind of the beginning of this situation. And, so I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to get rid of anybody that's potentially problematic, Warner, you might want to just pull the plug on the whole Harry Potter franchise at this point. Yeah. Because there's more backlash against J.K. Rowling, I think, than Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
So anyway, coming from Deadline, following the stinging loss over allegations of being a wife beater, Depp has been cut loose by Warner Brothers from Fantastic Beasts. The threequel is also being pushed from its original 2021 release to summer 2022. Johnny Depp, this is their nice spin that they put on it. Johnny Depp will depart the Fantastic Beasts franchise, the studio said in a statement. We thank Johnny for his work on the films. Fantastic Beasts 3 is currently in production. The role of Grindelwald will be recast. The film will debut in theaters worldwide summer of 2022. So this is what he released on Instagram. And he made sure, because when they have, a parting of the ways like this, the studio, the company always tries to put the best spin on it. They try to make it
say you left willingly, or
we decided to part ways, whatever. No, he made sure everybody knew what happened. And they
all keep saying wife beater verdict. That's not what it was.
No, they said that he was a quote unquote wife beater, and he said no, that's not true. But then it's a mess. Look, we're not going to go into the details of the trial. There are like thousands of videos out there on YouTube if you can find them, because YouTube seems to like to not talk about this subject very much. But
how much does that cost?
Yeah, how much does that cost? But anyway, this is it. He made sure people knew he wasn't leaving willingly, like he was being pushed out. Johnny Depp on his Instagram, 7.5 million followers. In light of recent events, I'd like to make the following short statement. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone who gifted me with their support and loyalty. And that includes celebrities. That includes Winona Ryder. That includes Sia, some other celebrities saying they support Johnny Depp. I've been humbled and moved by your many messages of love and concern, particularly over the last few days. Secondly, I wish to let you know that I have been asked to resign by Warner Brothers from my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I have respected and agreed to that request. Finally, I wish to say this. The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time. Thank you for reading. Love, Johnny Depp. It's already been shooting, yeah.
So here's what gets, like I said, what gets me is there's a lot of accusations came out in this court case, a lot of evidence on both sides, a lot of people, a lot of accusations against Johnny Depp, a lot of accusations against Amber Heard, but only one of them is getting canceled from their movies, and the other one isn't. And like I said, this case did not prove that he beat her or anything else. That wasn't what it was about.
Yeah, that's really what the takeaway from this is going to be. Like, if you don't want to work with somebody because there's a bunch of messy stuff that you don't want to get into, and look, Hollywood's full of people with messy stuff. It's just that it hasn't been aired publicly like this. That's your decision. But, the takeaway for a lot of people are going to be like, why does Amber Heard get to walk away scot-free, basically?
Because there was a lot of bad stuff came out about her, too.
Yeah.
And, and if you're saying everything came out in the trial was true because he's a wife beater because it's true, then that means the stuff that came out of her that they had evidence of would make it true, too. But only one of them gets to get punished for it. And like I said, I'd have more respect if they both got to do their roles, okay, fine. Or if they both got fired, okay, fine. This whole idea that when they're both, there was neither guilt or innocence assigned here, other than that he lost a libel case, which isn't the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not really understanding this. It just doesn't make sense to me. And they're both Warner Brothers.
Yeah, so this may or may not have anything to do with this situation, because we know that WarnerMedia is laying off a bunch of people. They're consolidating their divisions. They're trying to focus everything into HBO Max. Mm-hmm. But it was very curious that one high-profile exit a week ago was the guy in charge of Harry Potter at Warner, and he's been there for 30-some years. Now, again, I don't know if this has anything to do with the Johnny Depp situation.
Could have been retiring.
He could just be getting out while he can, or he knew that this might be coming down the pipeline. He didn't want to be involved. But whatever the reason is, Josh Berger stepped down after 31 years. He is the guy who was in charge of Harry Potter globally. For Warner Brothers. So now we have, Grindelwald himself is out the door. We've got the guy who's in charge of Harry Potter at Warner out the door. And lots of, salty Harry Potter fans don't like J.K. Rowling at this point. So I got to wonder, is the Harry Potter franchise just in general on life support at this point? Is it going to be, are they going to just pull the plug on the whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. No, they're not, apparently. They're just going to recast it and keep milking it because...
Yeah, we'll just keep milking it.
Women can just do whatever, apparently, so...
Well, yeah, but, they were calling for J.K. Rowling to get gone.
But she's a woman.
And yeah, but she's the creator of the franchise.
They can't do it without her. They can just cut it, or, if they're saying women, you have to let women move forward, they have to let them both move forward. I don't know. The whole thing, that's my issue. My problem is that there's a double standard here, and that's what I'm mad about.
Well, again, a lot of female stars have come out in defense of Johnny Depp, and they've said, yeah, this is a double standard. And now this isn't over by any stretch of the imagination, but it does show you that these kinds of things do have, damaging consequences on careers. Just having, and that was his point, was like, he was already kind of being ousted from Hollywood, before the trial, and that's why he sued, because he's like, I'm losing millions of dollars because my name has been dragged through the mud by my ex-wife. It's messy. But now it's like people are going to be like, well, the court, found that he wasn't guilty.
That's how they're spinning it. They're saying it because he lost the libel case. It obviously means he's guilty, and that's not the same thing.
He wasn't on trial.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah,
we saw it with Vic Mignogna, too. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, Vic Mignogna, people don't understand. Like, Vic Mignogna was not on trial either. Neither was Johnny Depp. It was, they had allegations they felt that were unfair, and they were, suing the publications they felt were responsible for spreading the mistruths, which cost them jobs. That's what the case was about, not whether or not they actually did these things.
But those are, like we said before, that's something that's very, very, very hard to prove.
Yeah, defamation is like the hardest.
It's ridiculously hard to prove. So, and it could just be like, we didn't think you had enough proof on this aspect because she never said your name or something like that. But anyway, so the other rumor that was going on was that it was allegedly that they were bringing him back for Pirates of the Caribbean after all, that they were going to, because then we know they're going to do another spin-off franchise in Pirates that's going to be all women, of course. We talked about that before. Most likely Red the Pirate. So they're having that on one side, and they're going to have another Pirates movie that was being done by somebody else, and they thought he was going to be in it again as Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, I'm hearing and behind the scenes is he's out completely on that too. Yeah,
and it sounds like they have two different versions of a female-led pirate movie, in the works right now. They've got the one that's being done by the Birds of Prey screenwriter with Margot Robbie, and then we have the other one done by the guys who did the original movies.
Well, that's one they think Johnny Depp was going to be in.
Yeah, but they were going to introduce Red in that one.
We don't know. It was just going to be a reboot. I don't know if one was Red and one wasn't.
Well, this is what they said the rumor. They just said the rumor was Karen Gillan maybe alongside of Johnny Depp, but that was just.
This is months ago. I know it changed after that. Who knows? And then we do bring another movie that they're doing two separate Pirates movies. And one was the people behind Birds of Prey, and I'm like, oh God, we know where that's going to go.
Why? At this point, I'm like, why? The last two Pirates movies did not do well. Well, I think the fourth one did okay, but the fifth one did not do well at all. And the only thing that saved the Pirates movies, honestly, was China, the Chinese box office. And if we wind up in a Cold War with China, there goes the Chinese box office. Right. And but Disney, I'm wondering how much of this it really is, because I'm cynical, because I know that at the end of the day it's all about the money. How much of this really is because they feel so strongly that Johnny Depp is so toxic he has to go, and how much of it is Johnny Depp is one of the most expensive actors in Hollywood, and how much money could we save if we got him out the door and brought somebody else in?
I don't know. I think they're using it as an excuse. We don't know. Who the heck knows? I just know because there's a double standard here. I don't know.
So that is the latest on the Johnny Depp situation. There are going to be long-term consequences for it. We'll see if Amber Heard has any. She probably won't. No,
but like I said, there's just so many accusations leveled against her that, and in this case, there was never a verdict of guilt or innocence. That's what it was about. So why isn't she being taken off based on allegations leveled at her?
Well, you know the answer.
Yeah, I do know the answer.
You know the answer. Boobs. Boobs make everything magic. The boobs open doors. Boobs open doors.
You can just know what to fight.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.